In the hell of the tongue, those who spread gossip, slander, and rumor have the very instrument of their error torn out without pause. Demons pull of tongues, the flesh regenerates as if the lie were trying to return, and the act begins again, repeating the shame in a cycle. The scene usually appears after the judgment before Yan Luo, when scribes list words spoken in secret and oaths that were broken. In popular versions, temple plaques warn that the tongue cuts deeper than a blade, teaching that social noise turns into a collective wound. Recordings from temple fairs show lines of people waiting to see miniature depictions of the punishment, used as a lesson for impatient children. The next gate opens precisely in that meddling gesture.
If this is making sense to you, subscribe now and comment what you think. That tells me to keep going, and it makes sure you get the next ones without missing them.
In the hell of scissors, meddling fingers pay the bill they opened. Enormous blades descend and sever phalanx by phalanx, while the fingers insist on growing back, only to be pruned again like moral weeds. The justice of the underworld reads the marital bond as a contract witnessed by heaven. Breaking it, or inciting its rupture without just cause, is fraud against a sacred pact. In popular woodblock prints, judges display ledgers with the names of couples and the dates of their vows, reminding everyone that promises are accounted for. In certain villages, red ribbons kept after the rite serve as a reminder: do not touch someone else's knot. And if idle hands cut destinies, chaos is also born inside the home when someone sows discord between siblings and parents. Then the metaphor grows, becomes a metal trunk, and the whole family is wounded as they try to embrace it.
Here, the maker of family discord is hoisted up and hurled into trees made of blades, with serrated trunks and leaves like daggers. Every attempt to steady themselves on a branch rips backs, arms, thighs. Falling brings no relief because the guards return the body to the top, repeating the lesson until the urge to split the household is drained away. In temple models, this scene sits beside narrow bridges that symbolize moral choices. Misstep, shortcut. Popular preachers tell little stories of contested inheritances, inflamed mothers-in-law, siblings who speak up too late. The tree answers with gashes where there once was an embrace. Sometimes ribbons hang down that recall vows of filial respect, signaling that those who cut their roots will bleed for them. If a single trunk already tears you apart, imagine the entire landscape turned to blades. An entire path paved with steel demanding ascent without rest or shelter. Killing for pleasure, on a whim, or without just cause raises another geography, a mountain range of blades awaiting guilty footsteps. The condemned climbs, slips, starts again. Every rock is an edge, every step a cutting rim. The topography mirrors the biography, trails of blood where there once were cold decisions. Fairground storytellers often sell maps of the afterlife with pain levels, parodying tourist guides. The caricature helps fix the message in memory. Demon guards use rakes to throw back those who fall, and bronze bells mark the rhythm of the climb. From the steel that cuts from the outside, we now fall into the oil that cooks from within. There are sins that demand boiling, a heat that makes guilt bubble until every fiber feels the weight of what burned the community.
In the Hall of Cauldrons, bronze vats receive bodies that soon begin to bubble, skin crackling, bones sizzling. Then everything is restored, like raw dough returning to the pot, only to be fried again. Demons and comical aprons stir with giant spoons and satirical prints, a kitchen of the beyond that draws nervous laughter and fixes the lesson in place. Drums mark the entrance of the guilty, and lists of crimes hang like stern menus. There are punishments that freeze the lie until it snaps, cracking the mask of those who smiled while plotting against others and deceiving their elders. Betrayal, conspiracy, deceiving the elderly. At the opposite pole from oil rises the mountain of ice. Naked, the guilty face winds that cut like glass and temperatures that glue skin to crystal. They freeze, shatter, reform, repeat. Here, the cold is not scenery, it is argument. It drains the heat from lies, slows down cunning, hardens what once seemed flexible. Some tales speak of accomplice couples who cannot touch without cracking, others of grandchildren who mocked old age and now listen to the snapping of their own bones. From the ice that paralyzes, we move to the blood that pulls. When shame is thick, every attempt to surface drags you deeper down.
To disrespect, humiliate, or profane sacred places, the sentence is a lake of thick blood where arms struggle, fingers slip, and the edge always seems just a handspan away. The viscous liquid weighs like collective memory. Each bubble bursts like the whisper of the crowd that once laughed. In regional variations, women associated with ritual stains undergo symbolic crossing rites, and small bridges are built to teach the community to distinguish taboo from contempt. Lanterns rest on the surface like vows of remembrance, and the names of victims echo in lists recited by monks or storytellers. The lake is didactic. Public shame is not washed away with more spectacle, only with true reparation. Some see in this scene a critique of hasty moral lynchings. Exploiting legal loopholes to harm, corrupt, or build businesses that look clean but grind people up inside leads to the Hall of Saws. Two demons hold a long blade and start at the top of the skull, cutting downward at a steady pace. When the body ends up split, it reconstitutes and the lesson begins again. Panels depict judges with scrolls of the laws of the underworld, reminding us that celestial courts also record contracts, bribes, collusion. The hall's answer is, what empties the law cannot fit within the law.